Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Santanu Mohanty, an officer from State Cooperative Service, rose to the rank of Registered Cooperative Society Odisha, the most maligned institution ever talked about. But I give you the assuaging thought in my individual capacity, with my mindset. I struggled within the framework for member-driven cooperative, and my mentor, one is lost, Sasi Madam, the other grand old man Bhishma of cooperative reform, Ramareddy ji is here. My grateful regards to him, and I in fact drafted A to Z of Self-Reliant Cooperative Act in Odisha, titled as Self-Help Cooperative Act 2001. It did very well. In fact, more than 1,200 cooperative societies got registered, and till now they are functioning. Not because what Baluji said, people got motivated self-reliant, but along with that, the NGO sector, civil society sector, they played a catalytic role. For me, and for today's discussion, I am to give vent to my mind. Cooperative means primary cooperative. All other cooperatives we talked about, they are all support cooperatives. Primary cooperatives with individual person as the member, they are the bedrock of cooperative movement, so to say. And from this you can assume how cooperative from the primary cooperative focus have somehow been digressed. I will take very little time to give vent to my mind. In the perspective of 97 Constitutional Amendment Act, Part 9B being struck down, I see the whole issue, as I have said, no need to repeat, from primary cooperative society member level, vision, interest, and how cooperative can subserve his economic well-being. So after my retirement 2010, in 2012, Government of Odisha repealed Self-Help Cooperative Act 2001 under the cover that no need to have two laws, it makes situation more complex. And because 97 Constitutional Amendment Act has taken over all that we were advocating under Self-Reliant Cooperative Act according to some section of interpretation. After 2012, I have been engaged with my public activities as NRP, NRLM, National Rural Livelihood Mission, as national level monitor of MORT, and financial resource person in respect of SEFI, NISM, and NCFP. I am in the field. I am motivating people, taking workshop, giving them input, how what is the cooperative economy is about. In the process, 97 Constitutional Amendment Act came, fundamental right, directed to state policy. But since its enactment and state government of Odisha have been translated to its cooperative law, all that Part 9B, registration of cooperative society or enrollment of member, is just not taking place. Cooperative in Odisha, and that must be the situation elsewhere, it is aging. Neither cooperative numbers are growing, nor membership is growing, and most importantly, the millennials, they are not attracted. So, challenges are very many. As the faculty of Sri Sri University Odisha, Art of Living, Government of Odisha entrusted development of 50 model GPs in Odisha through a MOU. And I had the chance, because I have worked all along in the social sector, government department, so to do it. So 50 GPDP program, Gram Panchayat Development Program of MORD got developed. How? I had my unique approach that Gram Panchayat and cooperative institutions, so-called PACS, Uyghur Cooperative Society or Labour Cooperative Society, for that matter, must come together on a convergence mode to bring about synergy. So what I did in these 50 Gram Panchayat, somehow by persuasion, by request, by motivation, I asked the PACS president and the Gram Panchayat Sarpanch to have joint general body meeting. General body meeting of the PACS, general body meeting of Gram Panchayat, Gram Sabha, which is held mandatorily 3-4 times in a year, to sit together. Initial hunch was perhaps there will be a large gathering, all that. No, because women self-help group, women Gram Panchayat Federation, Uyghur Cooperative Society, all were motivated through Gram Sabha to come to the joint meeting of PACS general body and also the general body of the general meeting of the Gram Panchayat. And whatever spade work we did to elicit information through a PRA exercise for formulation of GPDP development plan, it got discussed along with Panchayat Action Plan, mostly MG and REGS, where the workforce are all of the cooperatives. Believe me, friends, seniors, close your eyes and think for a while that Gram Panchayat and PACS general body meeting are held in a convergent mode, peacefully, and every family got represented by their wife, by the male member, where the wife is a member of the self-help cooperative Gram Panchayat Federation, and also the male member is a member of the PACS or Uyghur Cooperative Society. And the GPDP plan got developed, smoothened the way for its implementation. But I want to tell here, while we are in the process of making Anand declaration on cooperative policy, that there are 250,000 Gram Panchayat in the country, statistically as per the website. There are 95,000 PACS in the country, and Sir will agree to me. Imagine 95,000 PACS dormant or active, catering to 250,000 Gram Panchayat. And each Gram Panchayat caters to 10 revenue villages. So imagine cooperative outreach in reaching out the persons, how limited it is. So the new Ministry of Cooperation, they should take it up first to work in tandem with Minister of Panchayat Raj, Minister of Rural Development, and Minister of Cooperation to have good spread of PACS all across the country. 250,000 Gram Panchayats to have 250,000 PACS. 250,000 I mean Uyghur Cooperative Society, mixed societies, so on and so forth. And when they meet together, it is just not 2 + 2 is 5. It is 2 + 2 is in a geometric progression comes out to 8 or 10. That is the momentum it will gather into itself. And that will attract the youngsters to join into. May them be tribals, may them be reserve category, may they be minority, general, whoever. They come within one umbrella. So friends, cooperative PRI partnership is my lifeline. has been working, seeing the success, the sunrise area, Women SHG Federation and FPOs, two emerging areas. Women SHG Federation at NRLM, NRP, I have been visiting states for bestowing them legal recognition to have body corporate status. Anytime I'm exceeding, Balu sir will raise his finger, I can know I'm to cut short.
He's raised it already.
Already? Oh, give me little 5 minutes time.
Oh, that's a lot.
Because very interesting thing I'm trying to share since yesterday, but got the opportunity today only. Okay. So this women self-help group, very disciplined group, well educated through their MBKs, master bookkeepers, CRPs, etc. It is really evolving. Farmer producer organization have to follow the suit. But Women SHG Federation, they are at the front runner. I have been visiting states, advocating, but hardly state government, state SRL they call, state rural livelihood missions. They show very little interest to form the cooperative fund. So whatever sir you suggest, whatever bright path you suggest, but we prefer society registration now, or don't get registered at all with cooperative. That Inspector Raj, that good, that traumatic feeling, it's still around. Only 4 states have agreed, and things have already in progress: Assam, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, and Odisha. So that is again an area where Ministry of Cooperation and this Anand Declaration should also take a cue out of it. Now, but last, I must say, the youngsters, the millennials, they are very fond of, appropriately, on digitalization of every aspect of human life. Everything to be taken care by the either mobile or by this gig economy. However, I tell my children that please walk down and fetch your desired food parcel. They said no. The Swiggy fellow, they will come and deliver at my doorstep. So Swiggy, Zomato, they are playing a major role. So cooperative institution also to take care, because they have no security. They, as long as they render service, they get their payment. The moment they do not render service, they are devoid of any payment. So along with FPOs, Women Self-Help Group Federation, this gig economy, those who are engaged, they should also be taken care in the cooperative framework. That's it. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.